everyone, I'm Athena.
And I'm Jocelyn.
Has it ever occurred to you that food security is transforming in the UK? So, today we're here to talk about food security under climate change in the UK and how to maintain stability in the face of climate change. As extreme weather becomes more frequent, the challenges faced by agriculture are growing. And this issue is not only a concern for farmers, but also affects everyone's dinner table. Our goal is to identify the impacts of climate change and explore ways to make the UK's food supply more resilient.
Our presentation is part of a research project from the Department of Sociology at Durham University. Our study focuses on how agriculture and food supply in the UK must adapt to the challenges posed by climate change. First is our contents. This report is divided into 4 parts. First, the background introduction. What are the impacts of climate change on UK agriculture, and why is this issue so important? Second, problems and research goals. What exactly are we trying to solve, and what key questions do we need to answer? Third, the research methods and data resources. How did we conduct the research, and what reliable data reports are analyzed? Fourth, the potential solutions. What practical methods can help UK agriculture adapt to climate change, and how should policies be adjusted? To move on is our background. UK agriculture has always been affected by weather changes, but in recent years, climate change has made these effects more intense and harder to predict. Some obvious issues are first, increased extreme weather, such as heavy rainfall, droughts, and heat waves, which pose threats to crops and livestock. And then, it's changes in precipitation patterns. Some areas are experiencing too much water, leading to soil erosion, while other areas lack water, causing crops to dry out. And last one is rising temperatures, impacting the growing periods of crops, making it harder to grow certain traditional agricultural products. To move on is our problems and questions. The core questions we're addressing in this research is how does climate change affect food security in the UK? To explore this, we have identified 7 key questions. First, which areas of agriculture are most affected? Is it grain production in East England, livestock farming in Scotland, or other regions? Second, how does climate change affect agriculture production? How severe are issues like droughts, floods, and increasing pests? Third, will food prices rise? Will reduced crop yields make food more expensive? Which groups will be most affected? 4. Will climate change lead to malnutrition? If food supplies become unstable, will it affect the nation's health? 5. Will eating habits change? If food shortage occurs, will UK citizens be forced to change their diets? 6. Will food safety be affected? Will extreme weather increase the risk of food contamination? 7. Are current policies effective? Do the UK's current agriculture and food policies adequately address the challenges of climate change?
So, the scope of this research covers 5 main aspects. 1. Geographic scope. What are the agricultural regions in the UK? Which areas are most affected by climate change? 2. Time scope. What have the trends in climate change been in the past? What changes are expected over the next 10 to 20 years? 3. Policy impact. Are current agricultural policies sufficient? What areas need improvement? 4. Social impact. How will low-income groups cope with rising food prices and supply shortages? 5. Multidimensional analysis. We will not only look at the agricultural angle, but also integrate economics, environment, and social aspects to propose comprehensive solutions. This analysis approach will help us propose truly effective recommendations.
Then is our objectives. Based on the problems and scope mentioned, we have set 5 main objectives. First, assess the impact of climate change on UK agriculture, which crops and agricultural practices are most affected. Second, Analyze the effectiveness of current food security policies. Are the government's current responses adequate? Third, propose agricultural adaptation strategies. What new technologies or farming methods can help farmers cope with climate change? Fourth, investigate food access issues for low-income groups. Ensure social fairness and guarantee that everyone can access basic food security. 5. Explore the balance between agricultural growth and sustainable development. How can we increase food production while also protecting the environment? These objectives are not only important for academic research, but will also serve as crucial references for future agricultural policy making. So, how are we conducting this research? We have employed several methods to ensure the accuracy of our findings, which can be divided into 3 main categories. First, field experiments. Testing in different regions, such as simulating high temperatures, reduced rainfall, and extreme weather conditions to observe crop growth. Measuring crop growth rates, soil moisture, and pest conditions. And using remote sensing technology to monitor large-scale agricultural changes. Second, controlled environment studies. Using climate simulation equipment to test how different temperatures, humidity, and CO2 concentrations affect crops. Studying the adaptability of livestock, for example, testing the milk production and health of cows in a controlled environment. Third, data analysis and modeling. Using computer models to simulate the future impacts of climate change on agriculture, such as DSSAT and aqua crop, which predict crop yields under various conditions. Analyzing historical climate data to see if climate change trends correlate with changes in agricultural yields. Using economic models to simulate how climate change will affect farmer incomes and food prices.
To ensure the credibility of our research, we have used data from multiple official and research institutions, including UK Met Office, provides historical and future climate data, Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, data on UK agriculture and food supply chains, Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, global food security and crop production data, NASA Earth observations, satellite monitoring of global agriculture and climate change trends. Rotherham State Research, the UK's oldest agricultural research institution, providing agricultural science data. Agriculture and Horticulture Development Board, UK livestock data. Through these data sources, we can conduct a more comprehensive analysis and provide more accurate policy recommendations.
So now is our adaptation strategies and policy recommendations. Since climate change has such a large impact on agriculture, what can we do to respond? We propose 3 main types of solutions. First, develop climate-resilient agricultural technologies. Promote drought-resistant and disease-resistant crop varieties to reduce the impact of weather on agriculture. Use precision irrigation technologies to ensure water resources are not wasted, especially in drought-prone areas. Promote agricultural diversification so farmers are not reliant on a single crop, reducing risks. Second, policy reform and economic support. The government can provide subsidies to encourage farmers to adopt more environmentally friendly and efficient farming practices. Set up agricultural climate insurance to reduce financial risks from extreme weather. Strengthen food supply chain management to ensure stable food supply during extreme weather events. Third, increase social participation and education. Conduct farmer training to promote climate-smart agriculture. Encouraging consumers to choose locally grown, sustainable food to reduce reliance on imported food. Use social media and school education to raise awareness of the impact of climate change on food security. Next is our budget plan. If we successfully secure this funding, we will allocate it to the following key areas. First, is to improve agricultural technology. Second, to build data models and evaluate current policies. Third, to conduct farmer training and promote smart agriculture. Fourth, to establish flexible reserve systems and promote eco-friendly transportation methods. Finally is our research proposal. We strongly hope to secure the £2.5 million funding, as this is not just research funding, but a significant investment in the UK's future food security. This is not just an academic issue. It concerns the food choices and quality of life for everyone in the future. Thank you.